What is going on, Gamecock Nation? It's your man, your fan, Cocky Ryan, back with another live here today. We're live with the Tuesday Crow a little earlier than usual today because the Gamecocks men's basketball, it is game day. Usually I do these things at 8 o'clock, but Gamecocks men's, they have a game at 7. I want to watch that, so we're doing it a couple hours early today. And I appreciate everybody tuning in. A couple things I want you to do for me before we begin with this live stream. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also share this channel around. Help some other Gamecock fans get here. I really appreciate it. We're trying to grow this channel back to what it once was. So I would appreciate any type of support to help do that. Let's look at the chat here, see if anyone's in here. What's up, Gamecock fan 943? Good to see you, buddy. All right. We got a big show today, y'all. I don't want to make this one very long, but we got quite some things to talk about. So first of all, let's talk about. I thought about making a video on this, but for me, I like streaming more than I like making videos because I love interacting with you guys, interacting with the chat and everything. I guess I just like doing that. I prefer it a lot more to just making the video. So I'm just going to talk about it here on the live stream. But the big news that broke out on Sunday with Mike Shula being fired. That happened, by the way, while I was doing a live recap of the Ole Miss game, what that crap was in Oxford. And I was not expecting that news. I'll be 100% honest with you. I was not expecting for that move to be made until maybe after the season, but it was made. South Carolina decided to relieve Mike Shula of his duties and move on. And needless to say, y'all, that was the right move. I mean, that was the right move. I think it was probably a month overdue, but it was the right move. This was a no brainer, as some people say. I mean, it is unbelievable how bad this offense was this season. It is really inexcusable when you think about it. I mean, truly. You had talent on this team. No, not the talent of a Georgia or an Alabama or anything, but you had a very talented quarterback in Lenore Sellers. It feels like a generational talent. And to be this bad and completely waste that talent, it's a straight up war crime, y'all. I mean, it is. That's just what it is. It's a war crime. To waste that talent is a war crime. I mean, this was guys. I don't even think this is controversial. I mean, look, I thought the 2021 offense was bad. There were offenses during the Will Muschamp years I thought was pretty bad. I thought Marcus Satterfield was bad. I mean, nothing compares to this, y'all. This is, I feel very confident in saying this is the worst South Carolina offense I've seen in my lifetime since the 1990s, since that 1999 0-11 season. I wasn't alive for that, by the way. Listen to this, y'all. South Carolina was the only school, they're the only school in the country to not exceed 350 yards of offense this season. We are averaging 295 yards of offense per game. They ranked in the hundreds in every offense statistic. That's absolutely mind-blowingly horrible. Is mind-blowingly a word? It is now. I mean, guys, to be that bad with the talent you had, that's just inexcusable, man. It's insanity. I mean, it's insanity. How bad the offense was, and I know a lot of it, is on the offensive line. But Mike Shula is the offensive coordinator. He's responsible for the entire offense, and the play calling was downright horrendous. Nothing was working, and did not change a thing either. I mean, just pathetic, man. It was absolutely abysmal. What's up, Gavin? Good to see you, buddy. It was abysmal what we saw this season. I mean, you look at the stats on this offense, y'all, and just how bad this offense was. I mean, it's there's no debate. This was the right move. I don't know how you could put it on anybody else than the coaches, because this is a coaching failure. That's what it is. To be the only school in the country to not exceed 350 yards of offense this season, averaging 295 yards of offense per game, y'all. Golly. To waste extremely talented quarterback that a lot of people, myself included, strongly believed was Heisman caliber and a potential generational type talent. I mean, to waste that. To not use one of the top receivers coming into the season, Mazio Bennett, where the hell has he been? This was someone I was very excited about. To have multiple times where you threw a deep ball to Nick Harbor and it worked, to go away from that, to go away from things that were working all the time. I mean, I could rant for hours on how bad things were under Mike Shula here. He had a 9-month. It was a 9-month tenure, but in that 9-month tenure, y'all, I feel very confident. I think it's obvious. Screw the confidence. It's obvious. I mean, this is downright an atrocious offense. It is. Worst offense since the 1990s. Let's just call it for what it is, y'all. And if I'm being honest, I do believe, again, credit to Beamer for getting rid. I mean, he made 2 coaching changes in the season. Now, I do believe he was made to do it. I definitely believe that Donati had a hand in this and told him to do it. I strongly believe that. I do. But credit to making the changes. Now, here's the thing, y'all. He made the move. Good. I mean, it's the right move. It was one you absolutely had to do. Because if you brought this guy back after the horrific shit show that was this offense this season, it would have been career suicide for Shane Beamer. It would have been. There's no way you could have retained this guy. Just no way. And look, it's nothing personal against Mike Shula. It's nothing personal against the guy. But football's a business, y'all. And when you're bad, and when you're putting up the worst numbers, eventually you're going to get the axe. And he got it. We do have to talk about this, y'all. We're glad that Beamer made the change. There is something that still worries me, though. And, I hate to be a, quote unquote pessimist. I hate to be, quote unquote, negative in everything. But, I mean, this is a genuine concern. What gives me confidence that the 4th or 5th one is going to be the right one? Because let's be honest, y'all, his tenure, Shane Beamer's tenure is going to, it's coming down to this next offensive hire. Like, his tenure will be defined on this next hire. What gives me the confidence that he's going to hire the right guy? Because he's in love with this pro offense system. And we have seen it from every coordinator he's hired here. It hasn't worked out. He hired Marcus Satterfield. We know how that worked out. Dow Loggins. Mike Shula. I mean, we're having to change offensive coordinators like almost every year or two. And Beamer's been here for 5 years. 5 years and have gone through four offensive coordinators. It's like, what gives us hope that the next one's going to be the right one, you know? Because he's missed on every single one. And the deal is, look, you have to get this next one right. That's for sure. You have to get this next one right. Your career, your tenure rests on it. We need to get away from this pro offense system. We do. We don't have the stuff to run it, and it doesn't work out very well. It hasn't. 0-4. Will he get the next one right? Again, he better, because if he doesn't, he's going to be gone. That's just the rate. That's just the way it is. You don't have to like it, but that's the reality of the situation. So what Gavin says here, I get it was Mike's first year, but a change needed to be made. We went from having one of the best offenses last. Well, we didn't really have the best offense. Man, I feel like we definitely had a lot of offensive woes last season. Man, we had one of the worst offensive lines in college football last year, giving 41 sacks. On pace to do that again, by the way. I mean, there were still some pretty bad play calls and everything. It got messed by let's call it for what it is. Dowell knew how to use Lenore Sellers. I mean, he did. I feel like Lenore Sellers and his ability, along with Rocket Sanders running the football well, and a couple of breakout wide receivers towards the end of the season, like Delvon Campbell, and even the play of Joshua Simon, I feel like there are things that masked some real issues on the offensive side of the ball, because there were issues. Let's be honest, there were issues, but I feel like they were being masked, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I get what you're saying, man. I mean, last year's offense was a lot better than this one. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to say anything is not better than what we put on the field this year. You know what I'm saying? I mean, anything's better. We had Lenora Sellers not under Shula last season. He carried our offense into one of the best. Maybe not perfect all around, but it was threatening because of him. Yeah, yeah, because Dow knew how to use Lenora Sellers. Shula didn't. Shula didn't. And we've seen it happen, man. I mean, he has ruined this offense. He has. He has ruined the town on this offense, and it's sad. But I guess the good news is he's gone now. But my biggest question is just is the fifth time the charm for Coach Beamer? Like, are we gonna finally hire someone good now? I don't know, because I mean we've had to do this for almost. I mean every year since he's been here, pretty much. We've had to make a change at OC. When you have to make a change at OC every year, I mean, it's not a good sign. Just saying. But yeah, Mike Shula's gone. I mean, right move for sure. Just to sum everything up in that regard, it was the right move. And if there is anybody out there who thinks that firing Shula was a bad move, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, because you're wrong. I'll just put it. I'm going to say it the nicest way possible. You're wrong. But anyways, moving on from the Mike Shula talk now, I guess I've pretty much said what I wanted to say in that regard. Women's basketball last night handled business like they were supposed to and beat Grand Canyon 94-54. I mean, again, I mean, this is what you wanted to see. Come out here, handle business, and get a big win against someone you're supposed to beat bad. And I will say this: I have a lot of respect for GCU. I've had family that worked at GCU online and stuff, so I have a lot of respect. I lived in Arizona for a couple of years, and by the way, I'm just gonna say I know GCU has Grand Canyon in their name, but no, it's not at the Grand Canyon. It's in Phoenix. For those of you who don't know, but yeah, I mean, you handle business. You beat them. You're 1-0, and I'll tell you what. Tanaya Latson with 20 points. I mean, we got some ballers on this team, y'all. I mean, it could be a special year for this group, especially if they continue to grow and improve and stuff. I mean, it could be special. Tessa Johnson for sure is special. I mean, if you look at her and how she plays, bro, it's amazing. It is amazing. You can see the growth in Tessa Johnson. I mean, you can. I mean, bro, the way she attacks. I mean, it's go watch it for yourself, man. I mean, that's really what I can say. Um, she had 19 points. Raven Johnson with 11. Joyce Edwards with 13. Adina Akata. I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry. I don't know how to say the last name. Please don't kill me. With 12. And yeah, I mean, again, dominant performance from the ladies. It's what you wanted to see. I mean, that's really all you could ask for out of the first game. I guess if you want to nitpick a little bit, there were some fouls in this game. I think we had 21 fouls or something like that. Now, I will say this: some of the fouls were absolutely ridiculous. I'm just gonna say it. There were a couple contact fouls they called. There was absolutely on a couple of them there were no contact. I didn't see any contact on some of these fouls. I didn't. Were there some silly mistake fouls we made? Yes. But there were a couple of fouls that were called that there was no contact. Just, ooh, if you guys thought referees were bad in college football, holy moly. Because I don't know what these guys were seeing. I don't know what they were seeing. Because I did not see any contact at all on a couple of these calls. I didn't. Maybe I'm missing something. I mean, I watched the replay. I was watching the game with Gamecock Chuck in his live stream, and we both were saying, "Look, man, I mean, I didn't see any contact on that. That didn't look like there were any contact on a couple of them." So, I mean, that just again, it's such a small nitpick because I mean, you won by 40 points. So, I mean, whatever. Well, excuse me. Yeah. Just handled your business. I mean, I could really just sum it up there. Handle business, 1-0, feels good. Got Bowling Green on Friday, and yeah, it's good to be undefeated. But tonight, y'all, tonight, the men's basketball season begins. The men's basketball season is here. And I'm excited. I'm excited. I do believe the team's going to be better this year. Maybe not by a lot, but they were picked to finish last in the SEC again. I don't think we're going to finish last. I'll tell you that much. I think we're going to improve a little bit. We got some players on this team I'm excited about. Of course, Michi Johnson and everything. I am hoping that we can bounce back because Lamont Paris needs to bounce back. And I'm not saying this team's going to make the tournament or anything, no. But I do think I think you'll see a better season out of this group. And you need to. And it's going to start tonight. The Gamecocks take on NC at 7 o'clock p.m. in Colonial Life Arena. The Gamecocks are 22.5-point favorites, and we have a 97.5% chance to win the game. And NCAT has 2.3% chance to win. We need a strong start, man. Again, this should be a game where you handle business, right? This should be a game. Of course, you might see some rust early. I mean, you're going to see some rust. I mean, we saw it with the ladies yesterday. There were a couple rusty things. They got time to work on it. And you know how it is. It's the first game of the season. You might see a little bit of rust. But I do believe this is a team you should be able to beat. It honestly beat handily. You should. Now I get it. There have been times in the past where you're supposed to beat opponents and you didn't. We all remember that Stetson lost a few years ago. Good Lord. And we had to play him again, by the way. Yeah, I was looking at the schedule. We got Stetson on the schedule again. Revenge game. But again, we need a strong start. Need a strong start. There are some guys on this team I'm very excited to see. Um, of course, Michi Johnson returning. Very happy to see Michi back. Hold on, y'all, I'm getting a text. Let me look at this real quick. All right, there we go. Sorry about that, y'all. Just got a text, but yeah, I mean, we got an experienced guard in Michi Johnson, Miles Stute, Eli Ellis, and even Jordan Butler too, a 7 foot guy. Um, I do believe that we're going to see some things from this team this year that will look a lot better, especially with some of the experience. But I will say we did have some roster turnover and some things that could be a little concerning to some people. And again, I don't expect Carolina to be great this year in men's basketball, but I think we'll be improved. I do believe it. And tonight, again, there are things. What I'm looking for from the team tonight really is just perimeter shooting, really. Perimeter shooting. And just ways we can address last season's struggles. And just, can we improve? Can we improve on last year? Can we? Because again, I mean, look, we know we should handle business today. We should. But perimeter shooting is something I want to see in this game. I'm trying to think about what else. Really, I mean, all I can really say to guys is just want to come out here and see a good effort. And to do what you're supposed to do against a team like this, because this is a team you should beat. You should. And I'll just be honest with you guys. I'll make this quick. I think we're going to beat this team. And I think it will be a blowout. I do expect to see a little bit of rust early because, I mean, again, it's the first game. You're going to see some rust. I mean, you just are. But I just think at the end of the day, Carolina is going to run away with this game, and they're going to get a big win at home to start the season 1-0. No disrespect to NCAT&T, but I got the Gamecocks winning, and I do think they cover. I do. Slightly, but I do think they cover. I'll say the Gamecocks win 82-59. I'll say that. That's my score prediction. If you want me to give a score prediction, that'll be mine. That'll be mine. So, yep. That's pretty much all I really wanted to talk about in this show. Kind of a small, short show. We were able to get almost everything I wanted to talk about done in 30 minutes. I mean, really not a lot to talk about, really, when it comes to this, because, I mean, it's the first game of the season. The best thing you can hope for this team is just show out, have a strong start, and a strong performance against a team you should be able to handle. And we should be able to handle it at NCAA&T. You should be able to. And the game is coming up here in about an hour and a half, so I'm not going to be live for much longer. We got 3 people in here apparently saying not a lot, not a big turnout tonight as I hoped, but it is what it is, and I completely understand it. But make sure if you are here, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel as well. For those of you who are in here, to help grow this channel out. But anyways, that being said, y'all, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here because I ain't really got a lot more to talk about. I was able to get. I'm surprised I was able to get through this as quick as I did. I'll be 100% honest. But I got to go handle a couple things before the game tonight, so I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I appreciate everyone who tuned in. Gavin, Gamecock Fan 943. Shout out to you all, and yeah, we'll be live again on Thursday night at 8 o'clock p.m. Normal time on Thursday. Normal time on Thursday. And I don't know what we're going to talk about on Thursday because the Gamecocks are on a bye week. So I don't know. Maybe we'll just make some predictions or something about the games this week. Because Gamecock football is on a bye, and well, I guess we could talk about because the women's play Bowling Green. So I mean, we'll find something for Thursday. Don't y'all worry. But yep, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Y'all have a great night. It's always great to be a Gamecock. Shula's gone. Women's basketball is 1-0, and men's basketball is back. And we're hoping to start the season right in strong. Let's do it, Gamecocks. Beat NCAT&T. You all have a wonderful night. Go Cox, and I'll see you on the next one.